For all that excitement of the FC Vaduz Champions League debut, it's time to catch up with the Liechtenstein national team and a 2030 World Cup qualifying campaign against Belgium, Ireland, Serbia, Montenegro and Andorra. A bit of a disappointing draw, if I'm to be honest. I mean, there's one team we know we can beat.
Look, Father, Andorra.
We could possibly beat Montenegro, but then we've got Belgium, Ireland and Serbia. Three we will struggle against. A good thing then that Kraus is back, returning to the fold after recovering from his broken leg in 7 months. We also have some new youngsters in the squad ready to make their splash on the international scene. Andreas Corner, only 16, but already showing signs of being a hot prospect right back for club and country. Achilles, complete with his new profile picture, ready to make his debut after some impressive performances for the under-21s. And another member of the under-21s who's been impressive, Willie. Stop giggling in the back. Ignore the boyish haircut, this kid's got flair. But while the FC Vaduz youth system is producing talent for the national side, there are some frustrations with the first team international contingent. We do now of course have Gabriel Ishuk, as well as Daniel Martinez in the national team fold, but then there's also Brian Lopez who now has a Liechtenstein passport. Cristiano's taken up citizenship as well, as has Edu, and one of our constant squad members since the save began, Fabio Fair. So yeah, these players have taken up citizenship, but when it comes to eligibility for the national team, they're still waiting on paperwork. Now okay, with Lopez and Cristiano, they said they were after EU nationality. Edu took up citizenship to help with foreigner limits, but Fabio Fair wasn't classed as a foreigner, and he actually said he wanted to play for Liechtenstein. We can only assume some corrupt local official is sat there in his office waiting for money to be put in his hands. But we prefer to put our money where our mouth is, out there on the pitch, and even though we had a tough task against Belgium, we would give it our all in this opening match for World Cup qualification. Under pressure right from the off, that opening goal felt inevitable. However, we showed some spirit and worked the ball through to Pascal Olner to level the scores. Indeed, Olner almost gave us the lead in first half stoppage time, but his header was too close to the keeper. But early in the second half, we would be behind again as Doku found the back of the net. Just before the hour mark, we had another chance to equalise from this beautiful move down the right wing, but Fasold hit the post when he really should have squared it. With less than 20 minutes remaining, Kraus dropped deep to get a counter-attack going. We exhibited some lovely play to get the ball into the box, but the attack broke down. Our counter was then countered by the Belgians, but luckily for us, Ospelt was equal to the shot. It was only a brief reprieve though, as Belgium scored from the resulting corner. And what had seemed like a promising night at one stage was completely ruined in the final moments. Belgium just too good for us. Still, at least it was Andorra next, and a welcome return to goal-scoring form from Lorenz Kraus. Now we just had to see how we would fare against Montenegro and Serbia in the summer. Home to Montenegro was a game we really needed to win, but we found ourselves behind as Skenderovic scored on 71 minutes. Literally 1 minute later though, we found ourselves with a great chance to get back in it as we were awarded a penalty, which Gabriel Ishuk tucked away. So not the win we were looking for, but better than a defeat I suppose. Despite an early Fabio Burmester goal, we would lose a few days later in Belgrade, leaving us 4th after 4 games, with a trip to Dublin next. And what a game this was. One of our youngsters, Goop, rashly gave away a penalty early on, converted by Adam Ida. Things quickly got worse as we were completely duped by Troy Parrott from this corner, and then found ourselves 3-0 down after only 23 minutes. A glimmer of hope though, as 2 of our FC Vaduz youth players crafted an equaliser corner, crossing for Moritz Willi to score on his debut. Any dreams of a comeback were shattered late in the half by Ida. Or were they? Early in the second half, Burmester combined with 2 of our youngsters' Corner and Achilles to set up Willi for his second. Then with 30 minutes to go, Corner and Willi involved again, and the young right-back's cross leading to an own goal. We couldn't, could we? Maybe we could, as with 9 minutes to go, Kohler stole the ball, then charged forward to get on the end of this move, and the shot! So close to an amazing point. Andorra were next and provided easy pickings, another Lorenz Kraus hat-trick in the bag, putting us 4th in the standings with 4 games to go. But we don't want our only 2 wins of this campaign to be against Andorra, and we need to finish at least above Montenegro. A shame then that our next game was away to Belgium. Same scoreline as the home game, but you'll see we did actually hold the lead until half-time. Montenegro represented our best remaining chance of a win, but again we gave away an early penalty. Our guy Lorenz Kraus soon had us level though, and David Ballesteros, tearing it up out on loan this season by the way, then gave us the lead. Unfortunately, we could not hold on in the second half, and it finished, yep, another draw, 2-2. That left us with tough ties against Serbia and Ireland, at least both were at home. In the Serbia game, a quiet first half was followed by Pascal Olner giving us a shock lead. That only lasted 4 minutes as Vlahovic equalised. But 1-1 against the team in the World Top 30, we'll take it. Against Ireland, we once again went behind early, but I suppose at least it wasn't a penalty this time. In fact, the penalty decision in this game went in our favour, allowing Fabio Burmester to equalise. Nathan Collins then powered in this header, but we were not done as Lorenz Kraus, struggling for game time at Juventus, made it 2-2. And that was how the match and our qualifying campaign would finish. It was a tough group, but we ultimately did enough to get that 4th place. And even though we couldn't get that elusive non-minnow victory, we still showed ourselves to be a better team than our 133rd world ranking suggests. The next national team update will be a new Nations League campaign, so keep an eye out for that one right here.